Hello, how's it going, folks? This is your host, Nonny. I'm here with Terry this week.
Hello.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you, Terry. I'm just going to get up our playlist. So we've got some songs from Terry.
Yeah, from back in the day.
From back
to
yeah.
to now.
To now, literally to now.
Yeah.
So
I'm down with the Cats.
should we start with back in the day?
Yes.
With the first one you've got.
With the first one we're going to start with, if I only had one song that I could take with me to another land, this would be the one for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was probably about 14 when it came out,
and
it blew my mind.
Yeah, and this song was written by David Bowie.
It was, and he gifted it to this band because he loved them and they were going to split up, and he gave them one song, Suffragette City, and then All the Young Dudes.
All the Young Dudes by Mott the Hoople. I hope you guys enjoy this one. It's a really good one.
In the head when he was 25. Speed jive, don't wanna stay alive when you're 25. And when he's stealing clothes from Marks and Sparks, and Freddy's got spots from ripping up the stars from his face, funky little boat race. The television man is crazy, Sam with juvenile delinquent Rex. Oh man, I need TV when I got T-Rex. Oh brother, you get, I'm a good lad. All the young dudes, hey dudes, carry the news. Where are you? Stand up, carry the news. All the young dudes, I wanna hear you. Carry the news. I wanna see you. I wanna talk to you. All of you. Now, Lucy looking sweet 'cause he dresses like a queen, but he can kick like a mule. It's a real mean team, but we can love. Oh yes, we can love. And my brother's back at home with his Beatles and his Stones. We never got it off on that revolution stuff. What a drag. Too many snags. Nah, I drunk a lot of wine and I'm feeling fine. Gotta raise some cap to bed. Oh, is there concrete all around? Or is it in my head? Yeah, I'm a good man. All the young dudes, hey dudes, carry the news. Where are ya? Boogaloo-doo, stand up, carry the news. All the young dudes, I wanna hear ya. Carry the news. I wanna see you. Boogaloo-doo, I wanna relate. Carry the news. All the young dudes, what news? Carry the news. Let's hear the news. Come on. Boogaloo-doo, I wanna kiss you. Carry the news. Hey, you there. All the young dudes with the glasses. Carry the news. I want you. I want you at the front. Carry the news. Now you're his friends. Now you bring him down, 'cause I want it. I want it right here. Bring it, come on. Bring it. Here you go. I wanted to do this for years. There you go. How did it feel?
Wow, that was All the Young Dudes by Mott the Hoople. Well, I guess by David Bowie, but performed by
Yeah, Ian Hunter, who's still writing, producing albums at 80 something. You know, I saw him in Brighton about probably 6 years ago,
Yeah.
and he was still amazing. you know.
Yeah.
And he's still got his lovely curly hair.
What, like 80 years old?
Yeah, man, he's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was that's probably my all-time favourite song.
Yeah. And you know all of it, even the spoken.
Yeah, you could hear me the
bits.
spoken word at the back, and
Yeah.
it still sounds so fresh and young to me, you know.
Yeah.
And I love the lyrics.
Yeah.
They're the sort of lyrics that I like to write. That
Yeah.
sound good. Somebody
Yeah.
else could build a story from it. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And we'll be hearing a song from Terry,
Yeah. A new song of mine.
a new original song.
Yeah.
Terry only does original songs. Whenever we're at an open mic, it's always original.
Yeah.
songs.
I've done one cover, and you know how I picked this cover. The one that it was by 10cc. I'm Not in Love. That has
I like that song.
50,000 vocals in it.
Yeah, that's the 10cc song that I know.
I did that one a couple of times.
That'd be nice. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Do you
Maybe
play it?
I'll bring it back. And
You should bring it back.
I'll bring it
For
back.
me to, I would like to see that. Should we move on to the next track?
Yeah. So this is a beautiful song, David Sylvian, but really
Yeah.
Ryuichi Sakamoto, who did soundtracks,
Yeah.
and he came up with
I saw that Ryuichi Sakamoto movie that came out
Yeah,
a year ago,
I
a year
watched
after
it.
his death. Yeah.
I watched it, and funny enough, when I watched it, I hadn't sort of been around and knew what happened to him. So after I watched it, you know, I found out he sadly had died.
Yeah.
But I love him, and he
Yeah.
came up with Sylvian, who I used to go and see the band Japan.
Oh, yeah.
I love them.
My dad likes them, and actually, when I bleached my hair in January, my dad said I looked like David Sylvian.
Yeah, well, that's a good look.
It is a
They
good
were,
look.
you know, I mean, he was voted the most beautiful man in the world at one point back in the
Okay, well, I'll
80s.
take that then. I'll
And
take
his
that.
brother, who was the drummer, Steve Jansen, he still does amazing drummer. He still looks amazing. He's like my age, and he looks amazing. Yeah, but this is beautiful, and this brings us back to
is.
Bowie as well.
It does.
because
He was in the film.
He was in the film Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence.
I haven't seen the film.
Yeah, check it out.
I should watch it. I think it's
it's
something
very
I would
good.
like. Yeah. Anyway, Forbidden Colours by Ryuichi Sakamoto and David Sylvian from the film Merry Christmas,
Mr. Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence.
Wounds on your hands never seem to heal. I thought all I needed was to believe. Here am I, a lifetime away from you. The blood of Christ, or the beat of my heart. My love wears forbidden colors. My love senseless years thunder by. Millions are willing to give their lives to you. There's nothing live on. Learning to go in everything. Here am I, a lifetime away from you. The blood of Christ or a change of heart. My love wears forbidden colors. My life believes. My love wears forbidden colors. My love believes in you once again.
Perfect timing. We just left and had a little sip in the lounge.
Yeah. And that's great.
It
The
is.
track is what, 3 minutes or something.
It's a good amount of time to do that.
And it's a beautiful track. It's one that I play now and again. Sakamoto obviously went into soundtrack, and
Yeah.
David Sylvian really went down the art house place. You know,
Yeah,
he's,
yeah.
You know, I love him. You know,
Yeah.
you know, he was never good. He never felt comfortable in that commercial world.
Mm.
And I think that as musicians, you know, you can start off doing one thing, and then, you know, your calling might be this, and you go for it.
Yeah.
And you've got to stick to what's really true to you. I think
Yeah.
that is, and that bringing us back to the open mic scene and people that I've met recently on my, you know, part 2 of music for me. Had a
Yeah.
huge break, had a family, and came back to it, and
Yeah.
meet people like you,
Yeah.
young, and got all your
I'm part of the
lovely
part
songs.
2.
Yeah, it's beautiful though. There's like so much talent.
Yeah.
And Brighton, you know, we call it, a lot of us, the community, because it is. It's like you can meet
Yeah.
so many different people, and you just vibe, and you know, it's great.
Yeah, it really is. So, yeah, so this is part 2 really of music for you. Like it's changed over the years.
It really has. And you know, if I go back to the beginnings, you know, I literally was like a sort of boy of nearly 15, met a friend, and it was like, let's be in a band. What do you want to be? And I went to a military boarding school, so I used to watch the side drummers, and I had sticks, and I could play the glitter band and sort of various 70s beats. So it was like, you're the drummer. And funny, we got signed at 15.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
you know,
so cool.
And that was crazy. And we never released anything, but we were signed to Jet Records, and that
Yes.
was so funny as we came in.
So weird, honestly, because me and Terry were talking about signs and things that are meant to be and stuff like that. And we were walking up to the URF studio. We just see Sharon Osbourne's face on a Sharon Osbourne book on the way, which is just so weird. It was such a weird thing.
On the top
of a book. Yeah, just so like pride of place. And Terry was like, well, I was probably going to end up talking about Sharon Osbourne tonight anyway.
I kind of knew it in my head because I was signed to what was known as Jet Records, and the big band they had at the time, 1975, was ELO. They were huge.
Yeah.
You know, Jeff Lynne. And there used to be someone, you know, 5-6 years older than us, Sharon and her brother. Her dad was Don Arden, and he was like, don't mention Don Arden. Don Arden was the mafia, and we were so scared of him. But I don't know, we did demos, and we sort of became a bit of a band.
Yeah.
And it was, we were with them. We never released anything, but I always remember our parents had to sign the contract.
Yeah.
And we thought we were going to go to number 1, and we never released the record. But
Oh, really?
we met little Sharon Osbourne. What can I say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who knew?
Exactly. And then so how long did that kind of era go on for?
Yeah, that was just a couple of years, really. I was still, you know, I was just about to leave school, left school, and so my band in this country, it was a crazy name, but we thought, what's a name that describes something, hard but soft, beautiful, and yeah. So we came up with instead of Little Bo Peep, we were called Little Bo Bitch. So we were new wave just after sort of punk, which was great until because we got signed by EMI, and it was great. It was a big signing, and we ended up doing an album at Abbey Road. And, it was, I think we got to number 62 in the charts or something, and we thought this was going to be it. But we did travel. We were living the life. We were on girly magazines back in the day. So funny. And the funniest thing the other day, how music hits you in the face. So just the Saturday, I played where we met, Park Crescent. Yeah. And I came into the Park Crescent. I brought my guitar, and I was just about to put it down, and you know where the fireplace is? Well, Giles from Danger Line had bought my album of Little Bo Bitch, stroke Lonely Boys. In America, they wouldn't use the name bitch, so we became a track.
Lonely
Boys in America and North America. And I look on top, I could see him laughing like a schoolboy, and there was that album.
How had he got that?
He got it on eBay. Yeah. And he said he loves it. He can't stop playing it.
I'd love to listen to it,
well,
actually.
There's some tracks on there, I can tell you, that predict the future.
Yeah.
What can I say? Running out of oil. It's all on there. We were like,
that's
brother.
Cool.
Yeah. So that was a big part of my life, and you think it's never going to end. And we were with EMI, I think 3 years, couple of singles, album. It was a great time, but a lot of it is you don't realise at the time. It's only many years later you realise what you did, where you went. You just sort of think that's your family. Those guys they were everything to me. But suddenly 5 years later you're off and you're in another band, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well, okay, we'll come back to continue talking about Terry's journey with music. But for now, should we play another song?
Yeah, maybe
this one.
That one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one to do. In Bed with Your Best Friend.
Yes.
By At Swim, Two Birds.
Roger Quigley, who basically, for some reason, came into my life very quickly and out of the blue. Never heard of him. Yeah. But I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
This guy writes the most beautiful
It's
songs.
A beautiful song. It really is. It kind of
captures. Had you ever heard of it?
No, I'd never heard. The other ones I'd kind of heard of. This one I'd never heard of. I was like, who is this? And I listened to it and I thought of you. I thought this is very Terry.
That's weird. Yeah.
Very Terry songwriting.
I think he's great. And if I'm anywhere near his... But that's great. Yeah, he writes stories.
He does, yeah. So this is In Bed with Your Best Friend by At Swim, Two Birds.
As the sun rose up into the sky, and all I could hear was birdsong, and the hackneyed tones of Radio 1. I knew something was wrong. And as I lay and tried to remember, with tightly closed eyes, I felt soft warm fingers trace a course from the small of my back to the inside thigh. Bite your lip, pretend you're asleep, and hold your breath and count to 10. And when you open your eyes, just hope you're back in bed with your girlfriend again. I recall a bottle of vodka
mastermind's friend. And a strange party piece with a Swiss Army knife, with me and your girlfriend, or is she your wife? I know my bedroom's white and this one's green, with posters of bands I hate. And there's a whiff of petunia, and I know it's not me. An air of hell and decaf tea. And as a breast or two squash into my back, a rambling yawn floats over. And it smacks me in the mouth just what this is all about. I'm in bed with your best friend. I've never done this sort of thing before, and I swear I was drunk. And I can't believe the depths to which I've sunk. Now I know it's been hard, and I know I've been weak, but with your job and the bills, well, you can't blame me. It's just one of those things, we'll see it through. From this second on, it's just me and you.
Yeah, so that is In Bed With Your Best Friend at Swim Two Birds. But that's only half of the song, really. So you
Yeah,
should go
it's
listen.
quite long, and Roger Quigley is the guy's name. And I came across this guy only last year. So amazingly, Dave Gilmour, you know, his last album, and a track that Roger Quigley wrote, Dave Gilmour and his daughter Romany, and Romany sings it. And funny enough, you know,
Ah, so that's the one. Is that
that's
this
the
one?
Yeah. So Between Two Points.
Yeah.
And I thought they wrote it, and I thought when I heard the album of Gilmour,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, that song is just amazing.
Yeah.
And then I saw a little video of Gilmour talking about the song and talking about his daughter who sings it beautifully.
I'll have to listen to that version. Yeah.
Romany is so great. And I love to say they supported me at the Neptune, because I go to the Neptune pub, and I'm going to play an open mic, and Romany's playing there, and these people are hanging out the door, and I go there, and I was like, can I come in here? People who sort of knew me said you can come in, and her dad gets up, so suddenly Dave Gilmour, and they play Wish You Were Here.
Yeah.
And then I went on two after him, so he actually did support me.
Yeah.
Which is funny. But I saw a video of Dave Gilmour talking about him and Romany have always loved this song. And so I went and looked at it. You didn't write it, who wrote it? So I listened to the original, and they're both great versions, but that made me delve into this amazing songwriter.
Stuff with David. Oh, yeah, this stuff with.
So Quigley wrote
Quigley.
it, and and they've, you know, I know lots of people that have listened to that Gilmour album that say that is such a wonderful track. So, and I read about Roger Quigley. He's sadly no longer with us.
Yeah.
Died fairly young, late 40s.
Yeah.
But to me, songwriter that I could have maybe never come across. You know,
Yeah.
we were speaking earlier about books and how people
Things
come
that
in your life.
come into your life at the right.
Sharon Osbourne,
Came into our life at the
Yeah.
right time.
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, do you want to do the David Gilmour one next, or should we do some?
No, play Dave. Yeah, because
Yeah,
it'd be great.
'cause it relates.
Roger wrote it, and you'll hear Romany's voice. And
Yeah.
I work at the Pavilion, and I once showed them into the Red Drawing Room.
Oh, so you've met
Yeah, and,
you've met
and
David
then-
Gilmour and Romany Gilmour.
Yes, and Polly's wife and the boy. I can't remember how many were there, but I had to take them into a room, and then somebody at my work, Alexandra, was going to show them
Yeah.
around.
Hmm.
And I did that thing where they went in, and it was me and Dave, and I
Yeah.
just did that. I shook his hand because I thought some of the blues might come through. And I went, I'm a big fan, Dave. I couldn't help it. Yeah.
Okay, let's play it. So this is Between Two Lines.
2 points.
2 points, sorry.
Yeah.
Between 2 points. By David Gilmour and Romany Gilmour.
Yeah.
Um,
Written
yeah.
by Roger.
written
Quigley.
by Roger Quigley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Broken early promise, put trust in an unknown, fell headlong into the arms of the force that stirred me, unsteady to steady heart, and took me to a place I've never been, a place I've never been since. Stopped hoping at an early age, stopped guessing at an early age, start accepting things from day one, and then things can't go too wrong. Just let them walk all over you, laugh through the punches and the pain, let the lifeblood drain away from you. They're right, you're wrong, and you can see it in the way they look at you, feel it in the way they treat you. Always the last to know, always the first to leave. And when the sky begins to fall, the blame all along in you is yours. Wakes you with a fever at 5. Your guardian angel gives up the ghost, and you can see it in the way they look at you, feel it in the way they treat you. Always the last to know, always the first to leave. Just let them walk all
So that was Between 2 Points. David Gilmour and Romany Gilmour. So a father and a daughter.
Yeah.
But they were covering a song that was written by what's his
Roger
name again?
Quigley.
Roger Quigley.
Yes.
I remember the Quigley bit. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting that.
he's got. Yeah, I like the name, and
Yeah.
when you see a picture of him, he kind of looks like a Roger. I mean, whoever Roger Quigley was, I love him.
Yeah.
His music really speaks to me,
Yeah.
and Romany's voice on that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, it just blows me away.
It is. It really is. Yeah. So we were talking before earlier on, talking a bit about your part 1
Part 1.
of your music career, like your music
Yeah.
kind of.
So after
journey.
I did a bit of session work, and I was lucky to sort of travel a bit and make albums, and I just had a bit of fun for a good few years, and worked with David Bowie's wife, and worked with one of my heroes, Mick Ronson. I was on the stage with him at the Hippodrome in 1985. He was one of my real heroes, and Angie was a lovely person, and it was great. It was a great experience to be around some of these people. And we used to play places in Europe, and it said Bowie in great big letters, and small letters it said Angie. But you know, I was on tour with Bowie. I got there, but the Ronson thing happened by accident. The guitarist was sacked, and I've told the story many times to people who do meet me, musicians. Mick's gonna come and play, and it could have been Mick Doherty for all I know, and suddenly Mick Ronson comes into the rehearsal room, and I'm like, oh my word, this is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And then, so what kind of ended that period?
Well, funny enough, you play music, and I had been doing it, like I said, probably at 15. It doesn't seem that long, but by 30, I wasn't really earning any money anymore.
Yeah.
And I'd met someone, and we were together, and I had to look about getting a job, get a job. And so I fell into the world of work, which was quite beautiful and very different from egos, from either egos or Igo, into the world of, I was lucky back in the day. If someone liked you and I could bring music in, I worked in a school, a very beautiful Victorian school, getting kids back into mainstream school who had been taken out. And then I worked in one of South London's biggest brain and spinal units, working with stroke patients, which was an absolute eye-opener.
Yeah.
And so I've been around a bit. I had a family, and I came back to music. My partner unfortunately died. My son is now 30, and shall I say my son is a BAFTA nominated?
Yeah, might as well mention it. Might as well say,
so
go and check out Jesse.
He lost his mother, and I lost my partner, and a friend of mine asked me to play percussion, and I tell the story to my friends. I nearly said no, and my friend Gavin, and I played with him, and then I didn't realise I could write songs. I'd always played music, but I was the drummer, and I could play other instruments. I was always picking up instruments, but writing songs, I don't know, and I've written over 70 songs.
Yeah, in a
couple of years.
In a couple of years, yeah. Before those 2 years, did you write any poetry or?
I wrote words, but I didn't really concentrate on it. No. I was raising a family. We were renovating houses. My partner was just an amazing interior designer, and there was a lot of hard work. And I also worked at the Royal Pavilion, where I still am, sort of part-time. But and history was my thing. Well, Regency history, and who knew? And so when I came back to music, the first song that I wrote was a song that my amazing friend John Lithgow, with the beautiful voice, I wrote a song called Feathers and Leaves, which I don't do, but John does. He doesn't do it all the time now, but he does a fantastic version, and it really touched him. And it was a song really about signs. It was to my son connecting with his mother through signs.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
a lot of people can relate to that. I've
Yeah.
met. Yeah.
Definitely. We'll play. I mean, we'll have a song from Terry, an original song, so we can talk about that, and we can do that in a bit. But I guess we should probably get this song in before it
word.
runs out of time.
We've got to get this song.
Yeah, we've
in
got to get
because
it
This
in.
is a new song. Right?
Yeah.
And I only came across this song a couple of weeks ago, and it's blown my mind.
Mm-hmm.
The way it's produced. I saw the video. I can't stop listening to it, talking about it, and
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I think you guys are gonna like this one. This is "Messy" by Lola Young. Yeah, it's just it is a really good song, and it's a really new. I don't know. This was
I mean,
released
you're
like
a young
year.
person. How? I mean,
This
for
is
me,
a
the
song.
production of it,
yeah.
the way that she puts the story across.
Yeah,
The production is just. It's just.
I love it. I love Lola Young. I think
Me
she's really
too.
cool. I think she's so. And to speak, it's like the Sharon Osbourne thing again. Lola Young just came up on my like.
Didn't she?
Yeah, she just
Yeah,
this thing
that was
came up
amazing.
about how Lola Young is playing in Brighton, but it just came up as we were coming in here, and I'm like, what? Like,
How did
anyway,
that happen?
yeah. So yeah, this is "Messy" by Lola Young.
You know I'm impatient, so why would you leave me waiting outside the station when it was like -4 degrees? And I get what you're saying. I just really don't want to hear it right now. Can you shut up for like once in your life? Listen to me. I took your nice words of advice about how you think I'm gonna die lucky if I turn 33. Okay, so yeah, I smoke like a chimney. I'm not skinny and I pull a Britney every other week. But cut me some slack. Who do you want me to be? 'Cause I'm too messy, and then I'm too fucking clean. You told me get a job, and you asked where the hell I've been. And I'm too perfect, so I open my big mouth. I want to be me, is that not allowed? And I'm too clever, and then I'm too fucking
was Messy by Lola Young. What a good song. What good production.
Oh, the
on that
production,
song.
everything. It's just fantastic
Yeah.
in my book. And you love it too, so we both
I love
it.
I love it. I love all the songs you added, actually. But now we're going to have a live song. So, this is rock and roll, right?
This is rock and roll, and this is a brand new song of mine.
Yes, it's a brand new song. Do you want to... I feel like before you play it, actually,
Okay.
if you want to say any words about it.
Yeah, okay, so this came quickly. I was talking to a very dear friend on the phone, and it was texting, and it went to them, and it said typing, and I had a guitar, and I put it, and I played, and it just came to me, and the first part is really about, my sister was 3 years older than me, so she fed me books, and this first part is really about how Bob Dylan came into her life with words and music, and I've taken it from that first part and how music, art, literature, whatever you're into, how it opens doors for us, and it never closes them. It's the beautiful freedom, and I call it rock and roll because that's what I went into. This is rock and roll. I remember you said he wrote words better than God, and he found a way straight to your heart like no one before. He opened a door you never ever closed, gave you a key, bringing in love, bringing in pain. Open your mind, never the same. Bringing in death, bringing in soul. Living a life, rock and roll. Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. The wind in the trees, and the salt in the seas, and the clouds that float above. And I use words like these in melodies to set myself free. Opened the door I will never close. Gave me a key, bringing in love, bringing in pain. Open your mind, never the same. Bringing in death, bringing in soul, bringing in life, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. Now that you're gone, I still hear songs that remind me of you. But that gift you gave me, I'll pass on. What's the Holy Grail? We open a door we will never close. We've got that key, bringing in love, bringing in pain. Open your mind, we're never the same. Bringing in death, Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll.
Woo!
Well, it's so new, I forgot a little part of it.
Really? I didn't. Honestly, Terry, I didn't notice.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's a new one, and yes,
It's a new one.
and yeah, it means
But
a
I
lot.
didn't
My
notice-
sister was
I mean,
a big part of my life, bringing amazing stories into my life, and I think that that's what that song, how I wrote it is. Let's pass it on. Let's open those doors.
Yeah.
Because we're never going to close them. It's beautiful things that come in,
Yeah.
like the autobiography of Sharon Osbourne.
Yeah, exactly. It's all coming. Honestly, that was so good. It was better than a really good enchilada.
Oh,
It,
yes. Well, that's a compliment.
good,
Yes.
because I like Mexican food.
You love Mexican food.
I do.
And, yeah, the spicier.
The spicier the better. That was a nice spicy treat. No, that was I loved that.
Thank you.
And what should we do? What should we play?
What should we play now?
We've got about 8 minutes. That is
Okay.
enough time for the whole of Let's Dance.
Well, Let's Dance is probably, again, one of my all-time favourites.
Yeah. So
shall we dance?
I think we should do Let's Dance. Do you have any final things? I feel like, is there anything we haven't covered
Well,
that's important?
I think that we're just the music scene in Brighton. We're so lucky to live here. We're on campus now, but there's live music everywhere, and hopefully that continues, because we do open mics and other gigs and play with people. You meet older people, younger. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, me and Sam were talking about this, about how there's just so much love, much love in.
Love is the word. It's
Yeah,
good. Love is
and
the word.
it really goes. It's like regardless of age, regardless
Yeah.
of anything. Music and open mics bring us together. I feel a bit silly now. I'm wearing this.
Well, you
I'm
look
wearing
so cool in that
wearing a cowboy hat.
But yeah, I've got a few projects as well. I work with my great dear friend Annie Waters. We're in a band called Soon. We've recorded some stuff, so that's exciting. I play with Suzanne Gailey. I play with so many people, And then I write my tunes and see people like yourself.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's been a pleasure.
And
having
thank you
on.
for inviting me, Nonny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed. This has been How's It Going, folks. I'll be back again next week with I've got Baz Francis on, I believe, next
Amazing.
week.
Yeah.
I don't know, do you know Baz?
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do Let's Dance, David Bowie,
Lovely. Thank you.
to play us out. Yeah, this is a good track. This is the one I put on the Instagram.
This is it,
actually.
yeah.
All right. See you guys next week, and thank you, Terry.
Yeah. Thank
Can't
you,
actually
Nonny.
get to the thing my cowboy hat is.